Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Altar Call. I am your host, Tane, here with Brian from Mesh Virgin. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
I'm so happy that this show exists. This was a great batch of episodes.
It was.
Poland is buoying the whole rest of Europe's Love is Blind assortment by themselves this season.
Hey. We really liked France.
We did like, yeah.
We did like France.
It's such a mess.
It really is a mess. And it's just,
Yeah.
I will say this about Poland. The production is kind of bad in that I have whiplash. Do I like you? Do we like each other? Now this is happening. And it's like, what? I think I got a comment from Tara and she's like, producers, ask questions. Give us confessionals. Tell us what's
Give me a confessional. Don't leave me to my own to figure it out. Tell me what's happening.
I know. Okay, guys. Just to let you know, Altar Call, there's a patreon.com/Altar Call MAFS, where Brian and I are going to talk about the new season of 90 Day Fiancé next week. We just wanted to give him a chance to introduce all the couples. We are being blessed. That first episode was something.
Blessed and highly favored. They're giving me all the things that I want.
So if you watched it, if you know, there is a Paducah. There is speaking in tongues.
There's a man dying in Paducah.
There's someone saying, it's going to be an adjustment and really hard to stop kissing other people and you're engaged.
And we see her do it in front of him in like this season on.
I'm not sure what is happening, but we are going to talk about them. So you can find that on patreon.com. Look out for that next week. Also, I love you guys. We put out a call last week. We had so many questions out there and I got so many responses like, thank you. I can't list everybody, but I got a bunch of answers. This is Brian's first time hearing them. So I'm just going to go through, put it all like the general summary of it. I think Kasia says, I think the reason why they didn't show Kinga for so long is that she has a beautiful voice by Polish standards anyway. And I got a lot of variations of Camille is a perfectly normal and popular name here. Got a comment from someone named Yagutska. I'm going to butcher some of these. I'm so sorry. That there was a very famous poet who died in World War II named Christoph, who we have one of, Camille Basinski. I know I'm saying that wrong. And every child learns about him in school. And I had a few Camilles in my class.
I love that. Yes. I love these answers because I'm a trivia guy. So I'm learning so much right now.
You guys are do you win money for your trivia?
Yeah. We win gift cards. And then we stack them all and then ball out for one dinner every couple of months. Okay.
You guys are giving Brian gift cards in his pocket if he wins.
Truly.
Okay. I also got like education is free in Poland. So yeah, that can make a difference. Probably why Chicago guy MP came here. There are some things that I mentioned that were probably lost in translation, like the comment about love never being easy in Poland. Probably meant something else. It was interesting to hear an outsider's perspective. I would say the show depicts the Polish dating scene quite well. Unfortunately, sad face. Remember when I asked you when I can't remember who mentioned it, the ACOTA, like the basically the acronym, and it's Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families. So it's
Oh
like a support
wow.
group for, people who go through, I guess, family members or loved ones who are going through alcoholism. So
Okay, so it's like Al-Anon. Got it.
yes, yes. Juliet from Latvia says that I butchered Zophia's name. That's the hostess's name.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry, guys.
You tried really hard.
I'm doing my best. And also, regards to, I think the comment that was made about Malika, like, oh, that's different, might be culturally different. I think you mentioned, like, the dubbing mentioned something about her being, it might be Muslim.
Yeah,
And they're like, Poland is a homogeneous country. Like, most people do not come across a foreigner for the most part.
that's fair.
And Zargos and a couple of other people mentioned that. Okay, so I got different things for Julia, saying she doesn't look like the typical Polish girl. Some people
Yeah.
said she does. Some people were like Zargo says that Julia is Romani. I think I'm saying that right because of that
Oh,
gypsy show. I think that's
yeah.
how they said it, that
Okay.
she's probably that. But then when I saw her family, they weren't giving Romani, because she also mentioned that Julia mentioned she's self tans somewhere in the
Yeah.
batch of the things. So I don't know.
Her
But
her dad
yeah.
kind of does to me, not from his look, but like his demeanor and like the sort of general, because I used to watch like Gypsy Sisters is one of my favorite shows of
Yeah.
all time because it's so
Mm-hmm.
messy. And then also My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding. And like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of the men just kind of behaved like her dad and like carried themselves like her dad. So I can see that.
Yeah. So, I mean, lots and lots of comments. So, you guys, I never tire of it. Please send them in. Send your thoughts and your comments, and I'll read them out, whenever we have the episode. So, thank you. This was not a comment from a listener. This is the internet being vicious. But, I happened to go on Reddit because I just wanted to see what people were saying about the show, and people are calling Daria a man. That there's no doubt that she transitioned, and I'm like,
I
not
never crossed
cool.
my mind. She's
Did
just
not
muscly.
did not cross my mind. Just because she's fit and muscly does
Yeah.
not mean that she transitioned. But I mean, I opened it,
No.
I saw it, promptly left Reddit. This is why I don't read it
Yeah.
often. It's just ugh.
It gets
So
toxic immediately in there.
yeah, that's all I saw, and that was it. And I was out. I was like, okay,
Fair.
we're not
Grand
doing
opening,
that.
grand closing.
Yep, in and out.
Right?
Okay, they're done with their budget Greece holiday. They are back home in Warsaw, and they're moving into their apartments. As always, we're just going to go through couple by couple, do the meetups, and then how the couples were after that wonderful, wonderful meetup, because a lot
Mm-hmm.
happened there.
Sure. Oof.
Okay. Malika and Christoph, I have to start with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought they were donezo. This man said there's nothing, we're not meant to be together. But as they're moving into the apartment, Christoph is like, I'm feeling very hopeful. This is a
Mm-hmm.
fresh start. We're going to start over. And this is what I
Whiplash.
mean by what I can't keep up with what's happening.
Uh-uh.
And as soon as they get in, of course, Malika is like, you gonna wear white socks indoors? And he's like, yeah. She's like, it's not gonna be white anymore. Basically, she's nitpicking at
Yeah.
him, and
Everything.
this is going to be a pattern that we see. I was, threading about this. Somebody responded and said they think that she might have OCD. Well, there are a couple of things. Again, diagnosing from the couch. I always hesitate to do that. I don't know these people. People are saying she's definitely neurodivergent. People are saying like it's probably OCD. I don't know. I don't know Malika. I don't want to put anything on her, but all we know that we saw is that she gets overwhelmed, in public settings, and she's very particular about things.
Yeah.
Do with that,
That could be
whatever
a
you
lot
will.
of things.
A lot of things, yes.
Yeah. I got tired for him because like I
Yeah.
have a very particular type A wife, and it was never anything like this. Like this was way too much. So I'm just like, damn. And I'm sure the editing did a lot for this, but it felt like it was
Yeah.
just like back to back. And then he would try to do things like, I'll just do it myself. And I'm say
Yeah.
it's even worse.
And I think, we always say this, the editing does its part, but unless you give them the material, I think there was
Exactly.
enough for them to be like,
Yeah.
okay, this is going to be something. Like Malika had me, I'm like your wife, I'm type A. And part of what I've learned with having a chill husband is like, it doesn't have to be my way. And for me, everything needs to be done immediately. Maybe it doesn't have to, but by God, it is a work. Like, it's walking with the Lord to
Yeah.
be like, okay, okay, eventually.
Yeah.
It's not the end
And
of the world.
see, I get both sides of it because I'm not particular about very much at all in my house.
Hmm.
I had to pick a set of pillows that my graphic designer brain sees a very clear up and down on the pattern, and she did not see it. So I had to pick a thing to like turn those pillows around so that she would understand what it was like going through so many rules all the
Yeah.
time. But I need things to be done right away because I have
Yeah.
severe ADHD. So like if it
Hmm.
doesn't get done right away, it's not getting done. So
Yeah.
I am very much whatever task I have to do, it is the first thing I'm doing in the daytime. Otherwise, there's no chance it's going to get done.
Yeah. And here's the, well, the beauty or the bad side of being on camera. Where the rest of us are lucky is we don't have a camera in our faces. We don't know how we come off. We don't know what we're saying because everyone usually feels justified in what they're saying and what they're doing. Like, it makes sense to me. Why not?
Yep.
Because I'm wondering, like, does she know that she nitpicks? Because to her, she's all, I love that he listens to me. He's doing what I want. And this makes her think that for sure this will work. And if you remember in the pods when she was just asking questions nonstop, like she was Chat GPT, and she's like, I feel like he even understands me and he gets me. And I'm watching like, huh? I would
That's what
be
you think, huh?
exhausted.
Right. I would not be able to handle this at all. Like I would
Yeah.
get irritated so fast with the
Yeah.
way that she, and again, it could be because the way that the voice actor is dubbing these, the way the voice actor dubs it, she sounds like furious at all times. Like it is, she's
Mm.
on like a 9 out of 10 with how she's delivering all these gripes.
It's not the voice actor. They're doing their job. She
Okay.
sounds like it's basically every sentence is laced with duh, like you idiot, without
Mm-hmm.
her actually saying it.
Yeah.
But my question is, does she know that she's nitpicking? And I think my answer is no, because when she gives a command again and he's like, yes, boss, and she's like, don't say that. You make it
Yeah.
seem
She
like
got
I'm
mad.
just, and I'm like, okay.
That's what you're doing.
Self-awareness minus zero.
Uh-huh.
On here. And then come the confessionals, because we said this about Christoph the last time. Don't say yes, dear, and then turn around and be like, oh my God, this is killing me and this is
Yep.
terrible. Because he's like, the practical part is going to kill me. I need to know that she feels something and everything isn't just like instructions. Open your mouth and tell her that.
Yeah. Tell her that. Let her know how you're feeling.
He says that they don't talk about deep things and she's looking for a partner, but it's not him. And this girl is
Well,
saying it's gonna work. He
yep. Different pages, y'all.
he said usually he would approach it differently, but it's too late. Like, he's out. There's nothing here. So understand when I say like this is whiplash. We're in Greece. He says I'm not the partner for her. They're coming back to Warsaw, and he's like, you know what? Fresh start. We're gonna do this. And then not even like how many minutes later, he's like, yeah, I'm not the one.
Yeah.
Not
Never
the one.
mind, y'all. I'm out.
Yeah, and she takes him to, is this the part where she takes him to her apartment? I think she just bought an apartment, and she's basically barking orders at him. And I guess he's supposed to build a shelf or anything, and it's a mess. It's a
Yeah.
mess. He throws the screws to the ground. Like, maybe I'm bad, but not that bad. Like, he threw, when he said it's plastic, I felt it. I felt his
Yeah.
frustration.
Yup. Like, damn it is plastic, man. He was so
And
fed up.
she's like, I paid a lot for the floors. And I get it, because her point of view is, I worked so hard. I wanted to get this house. Kind of like Brittany in Maths. Remember when she
Yeah.
brought
Yep.
Will to her house and it's like, he didn't give the reaction. I did so much, because it's so much significance to you, but the other person doesn't meet that expectation. And part of being married, being in a long-term relationship, is just understanding that we all don't experience things the same.
Right.
You
And
just
that
have
doesn't
to,
make their impression invalid. It's just different from yours.
yeah, you have to bank on the fact that the intent is there, but they don't know each other. I guess that's the
No.
thing. And they
No.
never give grace that we don't know each other and we have to get to know each other. These people are just like, you suck. You don't know me in one
Exactly.
day. How dare you?
Personal offense.
So, I mean, it leads to a whole I'm not going to do it. Maybe you should go home. Yes, I'll just do it. Yes, I'm going to go home. And then he starts walking away. And this woman in her heels and very nice attire is building the shelf by herself.
Yep, by herself. That's what you
Oh
get.
boy. Hyper independence. Hyper independence. It's another thing. So, next thing we see, he's on the balcony. And then she's crying on the couch and is like, that's it. And then the next thing we see is him sitting in like a cafe or something, and Camille is coming to talk to him. And we're like, what? Okay, he's going to talk to someone like, we had a fight. It was so bad. I don't know if I can do this. And then Christoph just blurts out, I went to go see Kinga. I'm like, what?
Insane. I was like, you did what? When did you do
What?
that?
And then he's like, yeah, I was curious. What? And he was losing faith in his relationship. And he's like, why hold back? Why not just go see my other connection? I'm like, dude, why are you saying this casually? Like, even I
You're on
had to be
camera.
like, you can't understand the confusion that I felt. I felt like, okay, I'm not listening to this dubbed. I'm not listening to this wrong. I am reading the captions right? I rewound it. And I'm like, no, I didn't miss anything.
But I don't think we've ever seen this before on Love Is Blind. And if we've seen it before, it's much more like this was kind of a panic thing and like I should have done it. He's like, no, yeah, I went to go see her because I like her. Just like, oh my God.
Or we'll see them meet up, or we'll see a text message like, hey, what's up? And then they'll end the episode. Then we'll see them talking and flirting. And then we don't know what happened. No, this was straight face. Like, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. So I just went to the other one. And he's like, she swept me off my feet. And then the feelings came back. And then we flirted. And then we had a kiss. I'm like, Camille was too calm for me.
Yeah, Camille, what was your reaction?
I think Camille was like, why you drag me into this? Why am I the one they chose to do this? I don't want any parts of this.
Call one of your real friends. Like, what are we doing?
And then Christoph was like, yeah, we exchanged numbers. And I told Malika, I was like, okay, this is too much for me. This is way too much information. And then he said, and then I thought it would be the end. I'm like, wait, what? So that instead they fought, and then they talked about their feelings. And while talking about their feelings, which is what he's been wanting, that's when Malika expressed all her emotions and is like, this is what I've been looking for. Now I want Malika.
All I had to do was go cheat. Insane.
When people say men are the devil, this is the kind of, because it's one thing to say it with remorse. It's another thing when you're saying it like, yeah, I did it, so what?
Well, not only so what, but like I fixed it. Me doing this brought us together. I did it for us. You're welcome.
I'm just like, what kind of mind games is this? What is happening? And then he's like, I felt something when she started speaking about feelings, and now all I think about is Malika.
Brother, what are you doing? Like, why are you the way that you are? Because none of this is acceptable.
Who hurt you?
Right. Apparently everybody, because to behave like this, you have got to have, all my life I had to fight is essentially what he's coming from here.
Camille tells him, you need to do what you need to do. You need to cut off contact with King Air. He's like, yeah, that's done. Oh God, no, I don't want anything to do with that. And I'm like, this flip-flop is scary. So, Christoph tells him, like, show up with flowers. I'm like, no, he didn't talk. He didn't text. He didn't emotionally cheat. He met up with her, flirted with her, kissed her. For now. And
right.
flowers is not just, what you do. And he doesn't even seem like he's sorry. So he shows up with flowers. And just when he showed up, I'm just pissed off. I'm like, speak up. Say the things that's actually bothering you and that you don't like about the relationship, because it's unfair to her not knowing what the problem is. And she's thinking like everything is hunky-dory, and it's not.
Yeah, no. This is psychopath behavior we're watching from this man. This is insane.
It is. And then he gets in there. He doesn't sit on the couch. He relaxes on the couch. Y'all
Hmm.
remember maths when David just used to just like sink into the couch? This
Lounging.
was one level up. He like lay down on the couch and was being
Uh
all
huh.
comfortable. And I'm like, you are way too relaxed for someone who cheated, because let's call a spade a spade. He cheated. But it goes back to, again, what we say about these shows. They don't recognize these things as real. Maths, they don't recognize it as a marriage. They don't recognize this as a real engagement, because that is your fiance. The problem is they do this pods, and you find that a lot of them come out the pods, and a lot of what they say in all the countries, it's so hard to put the voice and the real
Yeah.
life person. Like, I can't connect it to, almost like that was like a fun roller coaster ride, and now we're like, oh, I gotta walk on my legs,
Yeah.
like
There's a
off the
person
roller
here now.
coaster. So yeah, and that's when we find out, like, she said I love you during the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, that's even weirder behavior. Like, someone cheats on you, even if I love you, I'll be damned if I tell you that I love you at that
No.
moment. That's
No.
staying with me.
Well, that's staying with me, and also, I on the other side of it, if I've cheated and you throw out an "I love you," that feels manipulative. That feels like you're trying to get me to take you back and not go with the one I just cheated with. It's bad for both of you guys to do that.
This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take a break and then I'll come back with this ridiculous conversation. Okay, we're back. Here's my thing. I don't care what happens. I don't, at this point, I don't care if she takes him back, because I didn't know at this point what was going to happen. What I wrote
Hmm.
down was Malika is not the type to forget. There is nothing about this woman that
No.
means, like, you already don't have peace, according to you. You are not and never going to have peace after this. Just know that. Okay?
No. She holds a grudge like a real housewife. This is never going away.
But Malika says, oh, she's willing to start over. And okay, they hadn't gone to her apartment at that time. They just had that fight. And then
Oh,
now
that's
they go
right.
to her apartment that she just bought and has not lived in it, and is now, doing that. And then I think we forgot, but he lives in Iceland.
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever mentioned in the pods at all. We learned all about Norway. I never. And Iceland is far. Like Norway, I can imagine. Okay, that's like attached to the rest of Europe, so like
Yeah.
it might not be that far away. Iceland, you're out there. That's the ocean.
You think
Like
so?
you're out there. I think so.
From Poland?
Yeah, like pulling to like Reykjavik or something.
Okay, I'm going to see. It is 4 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I didn't think it would be that
Oh,
bad. But yeah, it's
that's
4
farther
hours.
than I am when I drive to Chicago. That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's 4 hours. So this is the thing, like, with the production, and I'm glad you feel the same way, because I just assumed that I forgot and maybe it was mentioned, but I'm like, this feels like new news to me
Yeah,
that he
this
was in
feels sudden.
Iceland. Okay. So he starts working, and like we said earlier, and then the commands begin, and then he gets frustrated and then he goes home. She builds the table. I'm so stressed watching this. And then they have a talk. And he's like, I don't see you forgiving me. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
you don't
much.
deserve forgiveness. So
And she's like, well, yeah, the knife is still in my back. Like, I,
this happened
oh.
yesterday.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know, Brian. We don't
Right.
know, because we
Yeah.
don't have like a timestamp. And then he's like, yeah, I think this is a good time to end it. And then she's like, no, he had walked out. They're sitting over, like, not a cliff or anything, but they're sitting like on
No.
rocks or something like that.
Yeah, they're outside.
And then she's like, of course, because it's Malika, she has to tell him what to say, and she has to tell him what to do. And she's like, well, you say it. Break up with me. Open your mouth and say it.
Yep.
And he does, because yes, dear, that's usually what he does.
And then she looks
And
surprised.
because maybe that made it real. Like,
Yeah.
when you know something, but when you hear the actual words, and in her confessional, she's crying. She said she feels like the victim and he humiliated her, which is true. And now she's never going to trust anyone again. Because I think she mentioned it takes her like a whole year and some to heal. And then now this is going to be so bad. And, they're not meant to be together, but I just want
Mm-mm.
her to learn from her need to control, because there's just a
Yeah.
lot going on there that she needs to explore. And my Polish consultants, this is where I need your help. What is the culture over there when it comes to going to therapy? Is that like a popular thing? Is it
Yeah.
like taboo? Not like taboo, but it's like, people still feel a type of way or hesitate to go to that. Like I would like to know what that's like because I don't think anyone's mentioned that at all. Like even when people are fighting or
Mm-mm.
anything, like here is always the first thing. Oh, let's go to couples therapy and go do something. But I don't think I heard that at all. That I'm just
Yeah.
curious to know what that is. And we're gonna talk about. Oh, good segue. We're gonna talk about Julia, Julita. I know I'm saying it
Oh,
wrong. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yalla.
Well, Jella. I should just call her Jella. Is it Jella or Yella?
Well, I don't know. The dub version says Yella. The dub version also says Damian instead of Damien. So I have no idea.
Oh
You have the correct
no.
version because you're hearing it the way they say it.
I'm reading it. I'm not even listening. Oh God, I'm gonna get hit again. Because yes, she's someone who I think like we're gonna talk about that where she doesn't want to address the things that have happened to her, and now it's playing out, and it's almost like, are you gonna be this way the rest of your life, or are we
Right.
actually gonna, talk about it? So I wonder what the culture is like, and for a place that we learned that was really, very religious and very Catholic. I wonder if it's more about, talking to your priest and stuff. I don't know. So
Could be.
let
Yeah.
me know, guys. I'm putting the call out again. Okay. So, oh God. Yella, Jella, Julita, Julia, and Camille, Uno. He does carry her over the threshold. And, oh, sorry. It's Julia. You guys.
Okay. So we're doing Julia.
We're doing
Okay.
Julia. We're not doing Julita. We're doing Julia. Because I figured out this was Julia because I'm like, the bow on her head is beginning to annoy me. Like, I just, we
She
are
loves
not
a bow.
teenagers. We're not children. I don't understand. Like, oh my God, this is my signature. And I'm just going to have a bow on my head every single time. Stop it.
Yeah, no, she's early dance mom is JoJo Siwa. Always got a bow in.
Yeah. But that's the thing. There is something childlike about her. I don't know what that's about because somehow we went from dinner to chores to are you going to be in the delivery room with me? He says yes. And she seems like skeptical, like, why really? And then we talk about baby names. And I'm like, oh, okay.
And this conversation was insane. This was an insane conversation to have.
It really was. And then he makes jokes because he has to. Some of the
Yeah.
names are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, why don't we just call our daughter Summer and a middle name Winter?
Right. He's like, well, the kids are gonna make fun of her. I'm like, they're probably not gonna make fun of her for that, but like,
I think they will.
I don't know. I went to high school with a girl named Summer. No one said anything about it. Her name was Summer. Like it's
Brian, how many
you know?
years ago? But if you call her Summer or Winter, and the kids are cruel these days now.
That's
like
true. Well, the kids were cool
yeah.
back then. I went to
They're
high school.
worse. They're worse. They start at middle school
It's
now.
wild.
So
It's not. We didn't have social media yet, so it wasn't constant. It was just while you're in the hallway with this bully, not when you go home too. So it was different.
Brian, there's a documentary out right now, The Crash, where it looks like she was
I
just
haven't
mad
watched it
and
yet, but
she
I know that story.
drove into a wall because she was pissed off. So we're not different levels,
That's
Brian.
true.
Different levels.
This is different. I'm old and washed. I compare everything to how it was, back when Love Spell was the only scent you ever smelled.
Sweet pea. But so of course she gets upset when he makes a joke, and I'm like, oh, Julia, like, relax, okay? Just relax. They meet her family, and this man is sitting at an interrogation. It is not the best. I don't think they were like the warmest people. It felt like an episode of SVU.
Yeah.
You
It felt like
know,
they were mad at him the whole time.
what did he do? They were asking him,
I
do
don't
you know her
know.
interest? Do you have your interest? And I think I heard her say, oh, yeah, he's open to moving. And I'm like, huh? I thought you were moving to Norway?
This whole plan all along was you're going to Norway.
When did this switch? What happened?
Editors, help us out. Show me a confessional with him being like, I don't know where that came from. Or something.
Yes. That was the look he had on his face, though. It was just like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Really random because we're also going to talk about other people meeting their family. I am so struck by how these people have their grandparents. Like, they're so lucky and blessed. Like, well, I feel that way. Anytime I see people that have their grandparents, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
What does that
Same.
feel like?
I haven't had a living grandparent since, I think it's been 11 years from my grandfather, and my grandmother passed away when I was, I think, 16 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife's grandma just passed away in November, but she was 91, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if these people have like grandparents who are just active in their lives, hanging out with
Yeah.
them, I'm very jealous of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say at some point she does get on them and is like, give him a break. Like, he's just coming here for the first time. Stop jumping on him. They ask her mom what he thinks in the confessional, and her mom thinks that he's too perfect and she does not believe that he's honest. And she feels like that's how he manipulated Julia. And I'm like, them
Mm,
fighting words.
yeah. Where is all this? What's this based on? You just hate this man.
Again, producer, why? Was there
Yeah.
anything he said? And then she tells Julia that she doesn't trust a man that can't name his flaws and thinks like he's perfect. What I watched, they asked, and he said, I'm not perfect by any means. I have my own flaws. So either the caption got it wrong or
No, the dubbing got it wrong too, then, because that's also what I saw go down.
they just decided I'm gonna hate them. Like, you guys, if you see the facial expression, I've always said this. I don't like it when they do this. We're protective. We care about you. Someone's coming into the family, whether you like them or not. That's not
They're
your
coming.
Yeah, and it's also not your place to cause more problems. Like, yes, we're watching this as entertainment, but this has to be so stressful. You're making like a huge decision on if you're gonna like this person. We have all these people who are impressionable. This girl wears a bow in her head. If you don't like them, then that adds more pressure into, oh, there must be something wrong. But you're the one who sees him day in and day out. Could they be right? Yes, but give it a chance. Don't stop their happiness before it even
Yeah.
gets legs. Like, you can tell them like, "Hey, I feel some type of way, but if you're happy, I don't really have any basis." Like, especially when you don't have any actual basis. Like, if you
Yeah.
have, is it Alex from the USA season? Like,
Yeah.
there was some kind of basis. Like, we don't know your story, it doesn't add up. You seem like you're just lying or whatever. That is some kind of basis. But when you're just like,
Hmm.
I don't have a good feeling, and to go as far as saying that he manipulated her, you're insulting
Yeah.
your daughter. In fact, you're insulting yourself.
Yeah.
So
You're
is
in
that
so
who you
yes.
raced?
Which I was gonna say, this whole thing felt very Plath coded. And like the Plaths don't realize they're also insulting their own parenting by every time somebody comes around, like, you can't pick anybody. Your taste is terrible. Like, who made him like that? Yeah, no, this was unfortunate. This is all just very tough to watch.
Yeah, it was. The mom didn't even crack a smile, just
Uh-uh.
looking and just. And the other thing is, they think that Julia's shit don't stink. They think that
They think
girl
she's
is
normal.
the they think she's the sun, the moon, the stars. The mom kept saying, "You're perfect. You're like the best thing ever." And I'm like, you are not helping her.
No, somebody said you have emotions, and she lost her mind. So, like, yeah, no, this is not a great person to put together here.
Yeah. He tells us in the confessional because none of these people want to tell their partners what they're actually thinking. Like, it wasn't nice. He should have felt more welcome, but he didn't. He actually said they respect me, but they weren't welcome. So I don't
Yeah,
know which is better.
yeah,
So
yikes.
it's her birthday and he is doing all the right things. Like, he got her flowers, he got her lingerie, he's making her breakfast, told her to sit down, basically treating her like the princess that she is. And of course
Hmm.
she's like, let me call my mom, and tell her. And her mom basically shits and poo-poos every single thing. I don't know why
Everything.
she felt she had to show her mom the lingerie. I don't understand
I
that.
don't. I wouldn't have done that.
Like, what was that for? Like, show the flowers and say he's making me breakfast. And then the mom is like, oh, did you make the cake? Like, criticizing it and
Right?
just not even saying, hi, how are you? Happy birthday. She's just like, happy birthday. Like, you don't even exist. And I'm like, okay, it's one thing when they're visiting. And I'm like, okay, it's a reality show. Maybe you want to be edgy. But now it's her birthday and you want to keep
Yeah.
sowing doubts. Didn't like that.
He tried to make a joke where he's like, oh, I brought it in from the store. And she's like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah. When she showed the lingerie, then she's like, for who? Is it a gift for you or for him? And then she's like, it's
Hmm.
for both of us. Like, I mean, it's not like he's gonna show
Yeah.
himself, but I mean, I get what she's saying, but it's not like he's not doing other things
Yeah.
also. So I don't
When
know.
if I didn't like it, I wouldn't wear it. So like, it's for the
Yeah.
both of us.
Yeah. So that happened. So basically, Mama
Hmm.
Julia is not a fan, and I don't know if it's because she actually really her instinct is telling her something, or she doesn't want to separate from her daughter because she's like, what's that show? Smothered. They want to be
Yeah.
together forever and ever.
Yup.
So
No,
yeah,
this feels like more of the latter. It feels like it doesn't matter who he is. She would have reacted this way to
right.
anybody.
Yeah. Okay, we have our great hope. I almost said great white hope, but that's gonna come off
Well, I
wrong.
mean,
We have our great our hopefuls for the season
there you
with
go.
Damien, and Marta. And she introduces her dog Lola to him. All is well. Lola reacts well. They talk about babies a lot. This will never not be weird to me.
Hmm.
The dating relationship people just always like, we're gonna have a baby. We put a baby in you by reunion. We're gonna have a baby, honeymoon
Yeah, it's
baby, just
wild.
babies. And the fact that the last couple of reunions, we have had people show up pregnant. They're not joking.
Well, they're
It's
serious about
not
this.
yeah, hypothetical. They want to put babies in each other, which is fine. If they feel like they're ready, I'm just thinking, let's date. Let's at
Yeah.
least
What's the rush?
get to know each other. Some of these people don't even know where they're gonna live. That
Right.
happened with the I want to say the Swedish version because they're all running together now because they didn't know where they were gonna live. He didn't know if he was gonna move, and she should have pregnant. It took a while before they figured that out. So I don't know. Maybe the babies forced them to make that decision,
I guess.
which doesn't sound great. But anyways, um,
Accurate though.
so he talked to his dad. I think Marta makes a comment that I'm surprised that your dad said I love you. And this is why I'm asking again. I guess consultants rise up. I want to know if it's unusual for Polish men to show affection or to like
Hmm.
say I love you to their sons, or I don't know. I guess I feel like daughters, men and daughters, but like son to son, is that something that's strange? Because Marta did make that comment, like, I'm surprised your
Yeah.
dad said I love you. And Damien is like, it hasn't always been that way. Like, he was pretty strict, but they've come to a good place. And these two have no problems because they're arguing about whether she should make dessert for his dad or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all are fine.
and
Which, frankly, to the producers, to the editors, fuck you for
what?
showing me that first scene of him and making me think he's going to be an awful villain, and then they're a perfectly boring, loving couple. Like, just don't even show me that. I didn't need that 30 seconds to poison my impression of him.
He got lucky. He got lucky that he found someone
Yeah.
that accepted him. Because if he wasn't accepted, it would be that whole story of like, and he matched with someone who he's compatible with. This could have
Yeah.
gone left because the things that come out this man's mouth,
Yeah. He's still saying weird shit
he's
all the
still
time.
saying all the time.
And not for nothing, this is a personal gripe. I don't like monkey as a nickname for anybody. I don't like it when it's on Real Housewives of Miami, when Alexia, who,
And
oh no,
the girl who says the
Marisol
coffee's
calls somebody
Marisol.
monkey all the time. And I was
Yes.
like, yeah, that's not a cute nickname. He's making monkey noises at her too. I'm like, no, none of this is okay.
We especially are not gonna like
Well,
that.
better not. Don't even no, do not.
So yes, but
Mm-hmm.
that's
I said what I said.
No, you should say what you said, but I'm just like, it is uncomfortable, unfortunately, but
Yeah,
that's what he calls her. So I don't
he
know.
calls her all the time.
All the time, and it's just every second.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, and the argument is like, he's like, relax, you don't need to do all that. And she's like, no, I want to make it for your dad. Like, he's coming all the way. I'm gonna do it. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make my tiramisu. I just forgot to mention in the first batch, this might be the first franchise that has their own Love is Blind song. It's like personalized. Yeah. It's just that the commercials, the credits go so fast that you might not, but every now and then they put it in the middle. And I only know because there's one line, "Love is blind" at the end. And then
they have branded themselves.
Go Poland.
Right.
His dad comes over. He's so lovely. He's just so happy for them. And he's just like, they're great. And but his dog doesn't seem to recognize him. I'm like, is this your dog? Did your dad lose your dog and find a lookalike? Because
it's the same breed. You're not going to notice.
The dog went way past him. And then he's like, come on. Doug was like, ugh, who are you?
Who are you?
So that was funny. But speaking of dogs, they decide to introduce their dogs to each other and they're meeting in a park, as you should do. If you know, you know. My fellow Married
Yes.
at First Sight watchers, you remember the
Oh,
disaster that was San
God.
Diego. And
Dog
it's a
got bit right in
good
the
idea.
face.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good idea that they're doing this in a park because, again, I don't think this is Damien's dog. He was unhinged.
He doesn't know what to do.
His dog couldn't settle. His dog couldn't
Mm-mm.
just like stay calm, and it's I don't know what was happening, but Damien and Marta are not aligned as dog parents. Like
Right.
Marta is more strict, and she feels like Damien is like too loose. So I don't know what they're gonna do. These two cannot. The two dogs cannot coexist
No.
in an apartment.
Obedience school is the only answer for this. His dog needs to go to obedience school. My brother's dog had to go 4 times before she made it all the way through. So like it's going to take eventually, but like your dog needs to go get trained properly.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay, we this is where we find out through them that there's going to be a party, and she does mention that she wants to talk to MP when they go to the party, and then Damien is like, "Can I drink?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can have one drink." He's like, "Okay."
Have one,
Nurse that drink all night long.
right?
Okay, now we have Jacek and Yulita, and you guys, we still don't know what he did. We're never gonna know what he did because
Never
this
going to know.
entire batch, they did not tell us what happened. So
It's a
make
mystery.
peace with it. Forgot to
Maybe at
mention
the
it.
reunion they'll bring it up, but we have no idea what happened.
I doubt it. These reunions have been letdowns.
It's
I'm
true.
not putting my hopes up. I did forget to mention this at the top of the episode, guys. We are covering episodes 6 to 8. We have not watched 9 yet because we figured the next batch is going to be like, the weddings. There's not much that's going to happen. So we're just going to put them all together and have some meat on the episode. So it's just 6 to 8. Don't know what happened at 9 yet. So when you send your messages, I probably would have watched it by then, but that's why we're not talking about what happened at 9 over here yet.
Right. There you
Okay.
go.
So, yes, we don't know what happens, but he walks into the apartment. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. What does he say? Ooh.
Ooh.
He says
Come
that
on.
he's still feeling a little off because he says he feels like he doesn't have space to talk about how he feels, and he feels like they both need to be heard. This is the aftermath of whatever he did and the fight that they had after whatever he did. But again, it's hard to follow. I just feel the producer should have just left the fight out. If we're not going to know what
Yeah.
it is, if we're not going to follow, I can't follow you saying, I need to feel heard.
Yeah.
Should you be heard after what you said? What is the level of terribleness of what you did? And for you to demand to be heard after what you said, and he's like, I crossed the line. If you're admitting that you crossed the line, why are you still not begging?
Yeah.
I'm, so just leave it out. They
Yeah.
have many other tense moments that we could work on, but to do
Plenty.
this, it's not fair to us.
Yeah.
The thing is, Julita always looks aloof.
Mm-hmm.
She just looks uninterested. Like
She got a blank face.
Sure, let's go with that. She has very strong resting bitch face.
He called her out on it. He was not wrong.
So I don't know. He said that. He said, I feel like I want to be heard. And it felt like they had a staring competition. They're just staring at each other. Nothing's being said. If I was a producer or the camera guy sitting there, I'd be like, what? I would drop something.
Should I leave?
She gets up and then she goes sits on his lap and then cradles his neck. And I'm like, I don't know what to feel. I don't know.
This couple confuses me so much. I'm just confused all the time with these two.
I was like, I don't care that you guys are making up. I just need one of you to tell me what happened. Okay?
Yeah. Somebody let me know.
So he's worried because she said that she needs time and they don't have time. But is he telling her? No. He's telling who? Us. What are we going to do about it?
I can't fix this for y'all. This is the past. So
So she meets up with her son in Radom. That's where she works, I think. And I guess because she was in the pod, she missed his 18th birthday.
Yeah. remember she said when she first brought up that she had a kid, he's 17 and like almost 18. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize it was like almost
Almost
18.
18.
Yeah.
I think about these people when they go on reality shows when it's either like my partner is pregnant, she might have the baby. I've watched like on Survivor, we moved our weddings and we moved. And I
Hmm.
keep thinking, if it were me, I just what would I do? Like most
Yeah.
recently, I think on House of Villains, we have Drita, who, she's an Italian mom. You know how they identify like being a mom, being there, making the
Hmm.
lunches, and she has her last born graduating and she doesn't have any more graduations anymore. And she missed her daughter's graduation to be on
That couldn't
House
be
of
me.
Villains. And I'm
Could not
just,
be me.
damn. Because do you get picked again for a show? Is it a once in a lifetime opportunity? I don't know.
You're not going to springboard from this and the Traders. So like this is it for you, and you're missing it for this.
I mean, to be fair, Drita did win House of Villains, and she wins money, so I don't
Oh,
know.
I
Is it
guess
worth
that part does matter.
is it worth it? No, but I guess like this is her only child, and then he turned 18, and then for me, it's like if you're closed off, anyways, is Love Is Blind the show I want to gamble on? I don't
Nope.
know.
Sure
I
isn't.
don't know. But she tells him I'm engaged, I met someone, and he doesn't take it well. You know what? Actually, I don't know. He doesn't take it well, but then he says she looks happy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why didn't you take it well? He's like, just the fact that she's getting married again after all these years. And I'm like, side eye, what the hell does that mean? You don't want your mom happy? Like, I don't get
I
it.
wanted her to die old and alone.
Like,
It's
what?
just a wild thing to say about your mom.
And he's not like he's 10. He's
No,
18.
he's a grown up now.
That was weird. It was so
Yeah.
weird. But he decides, like, yeah, he wants to meet Yasek, but he wants to meet him first without her there, which I thought was a good idea. I think that was a good
Yeah,
idea
I think so
because
too.
if she's there, subconsciously or not, you'd want to overcompensate because you want them both to like each other and your nerves, like being on the edge and things like that. So I thought that was a good idea
Yeah.
for him to do that.
Yep.
Okay. They meet up, and for some reason, they did not meet at a bar or anything. They meet on a boat, a canoe. I don't.
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah, because the son's original plan was we can meet at a bar and have a drink, which makes perfect sense to me. But no, we'll get in this boat.
Yasek got a bicycle and went and bought a 6-pack, and they did have beer. It's just
They did. They
from
did.
the 7-Eleven.
It was probably
Cheaper.
warm, but all right.
Because the last thing he told his mom, Julita's son, was like, "We could have a beer, but I'm not paying." Well, he didn't
Yeah.
pay.
Let dad cover this.
So, they ask. Yasek said, "Oh, I heard that you weren't too thrilled," and he goes, "Yeah, because I feel like it's too late to have a new dad again." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I'm wondering if there was a couple of like long-term relationships that she was in when he was younger, and it's like whether she said something or just the way that a child's mind worked. Like this man's been around my house all the time for 2 years. This is like a dad to me, and then they break up. I think it's just kind of like I don't want to go through this again. Like whatever. Who knows.
I just can't even see Julita in a long-term relationship. I feel
I
like she'd
can't
be
see
like,
it,
"I'll
but
focus on my child. I'm not going to disrupt his life. It's already traumatic what happened." But I just, he said, if I were younger, if I was 10, maybe, but now that I'm 18, I'm thinking the reverse. Now that you're 18, that's all the more reason why
this
the
is a
woman is
fine
just 30,
time.
she's 37.
Yeah. No, this is an appropriate time for her to settle down with somebody. Like this is when it's supposed to be going on.
That's weird. I mean, they hug. It's awkward, but it went well. Like,
Hmm.
it was decent. He goes back to the house. She is a bundle of nerves. She's sitting there
Yeah.
waiting to hear what happened. I don't know why her son didn't text her right after and just be like, "Hey, it
Right?
went well. Oh, I like him," or something. She got nothing.
I'll let you find out when you find out.
But he comes back and, he tells her that it was okay and all that. But Yasek has ADHD. Again, I don't know
Hmm.
if it's something that was mentioned in the pods, but
He did bring up in the pods. I remember
in the
this.
pods? Okay. He
Yeah.
said that. And it looks like he went to the doctor recently, or it's an old test result.
I don't
I don't know.
I'm not
Because
positive.
he just brings it out because he was talking And Julita is just like, oh my God, this man is talking again. She didn't say that, but
Mm-hmm.
her face said that. And he's
Mm-hmm.
reading all his results, like just going through nonstop, all
Just
of it.
reading what ADHD might mean for you.
And she is very uninterested. I mean, I
Yeah.
think maybe if he had said, hey, these are some of the symptoms, just want to let you know I'm being an open book, not just throwing everything at her. But
Yeah.
Julita gets up and walks away.
Sure does. Now I want to hear this shit. I'll tell you when I so I got diagnosed when I was like, I don't know, 12. And
Hmm.
then I was unmedicated for a long time, and then I got medicated a few years ago. But when we first kind of moved in together, I had to tell her a lot of things where it's like, so this is not me not listening to you. Like my brain straight up cannot store this information. Like I
Hmm.
know it comes off like I didn't listen when you talk. I'm listening so hard, it's not gonna be in there. Like I if I read something, it'll stay. If I hear it, it's hard for me to maintain it. So I'm wondering if they've had a number of like small sort of difficult moments where he's
Hmm.
like, I need you to understand all of these things are related to my diagnosis. Like I get that
Yeah.
they're frustrating and they're irritating for you, but like this is like being mad that I'm in a wheelchair and can't walk up the stairs. Like it's
Yeah.
not, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Like I can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wished it was better too. It's kind of the way
Yeah.
that I came at it.
I agree. Cause, when she walks away to go do something else and he's like, you could tell that he was frustrated. Of course, he didn't say anything. And he's
Of
just
course
like,
not.
she doesn't ask me questions. And then she's in the bedroom and she's like, oh my God, his talking tires me out. I just want quiet moments. So
Yeah.
I just think the love is there, but they're not compatible.
Agreed. Yeah. They don't make sense
Um,
together.
they don't. They don't. But the thing is, I do think that he has the temperament for her,
Hmm.
but neither of them have the patience to get to
No.
know each other because he wants someone that's accepting. He wants someone that's like affectionate, which she was in Greece because
Yeah.
she was surprised too. It's not her baseline, but she was. But it is kind of rude that someone you claim to love or have affection for, or you know what, your fiance
Yeah.
is sharing a diagnosis which he did not hide and is trying
Mm-mm.
to bring you into that world. You are kind of on a fast track and you're not even hiding it. Like, go ahead and be tired of his talking. Go ahead and be like tired of it or whatever, or annoyed, but to
Hmm.
actually get up and walk away, that
That's cold blooded. Like that's some shit I
that's
would never do.
that's
If you're just a friend of mine, you're talking. I'm not just gonna get up and walk out the room. Like
yeah.
that's mean.
And that's why I'm curious to know what the culture is
Yeah.
around, illnesses like that over there. Because maybe
Yeah.
you don't rate it because, it's hard. Unseen illnesses are hard to know how to tackle. And you're just like
Exactly.
ADHD. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody has ADHD. You're just one of
Yeah.
them. But it comes with a lot. And only the person going through it understands how difficult it is. Like, do you think they're not aware of it? They have to battle that and still be quote unquote normal to other people.
Hmm.
So people like you, and then you're ready for people to be like, you're so annoying. Why can't you just be regular? But not the person you're gonna spend the rest of your life with.
Right. My wife has never. She was getting mad at things and not realizing they were related to this. And then once we talked
Hmm.
about it, she stopped bringing that shit up. Where she's like,
Yeah,
"No, it sucks." Yeah, and plus there's so many different kinds of it too. Because like, I'm
yeah,
not a hyperactive person. I don't
yeah.
have a hard time sitting still or anything like that. It's
Hmm.
specifically like processing things and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Whereas you get other people that are like bouncing off the walls all the time and like
Hmm.
pretend to be Jim Carrey whenever they're out around people and stuff. It's a whole different, there's a spectrum here. And
Yeah.
so I did feel bad for him in that moment though, because he told her in the pods and he talked about it like a decent
Hmm.
amount where he's like, so this is part of my life. And like this does irritate my partner sometimes. And she
Yeah.
just acted like he made that shit up, I guess.
And she never heard of it before. I'm just
Right.
remembering there was a couple. I think they did win Amazing Race, and she was saying how they used to get in so many fights, and she just thought like, do this, but he wouldn't want to do it, and she thought he just didn't want to do it. But until she realized, and he got a diagnosis, like these are all the things that play into
Yeah.
all that. But
It's a whole
again,
thing.
they're fighting against time, and you
Yeah.
can't go into these
Yeah.
things and not give yourself like a certain amount of time to get to know someone. It's not going to happen immediately. So
Yeah.
okay, Daria and Philip. Um, y'all know that this man, he drops a trauma per hour. Like when he feels like things are well, he's just gonna be like, okay, what can I dig out? And then he'll say something. So their
Yeah.
very first scene together is him saying like, well, I called my mom and I don't think she's going to come to the wedding. She's like, don't drag me into.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
There's a high chance no one from the family. How did we go from my mom said don't drag me to now no one? You mean you don't have a cousin your age? You don't have
Nobody.
come on now. Is going to be at the wedding. So I've said this before. Don't cast people whose family is not participating. I don't care. I know my list is long for don't cast people who do XYZ, but this is part of why Love is Blind Habibi didn't work for me, because a lot of them wanted their families to be part of it. Some people said no, because, if my family's not part of it, I can't do it. Then it's not fair to the other person too. You're robbing them of an experience
Exactly.
where they're ready to meet the family. And if they're not going to be there, like, don't cast them. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, and meeting your partner's family is such a big part of your relationship before you get married.
Mm-hmm.
And, if it works out well, it brings you so much closer to that person, because now you know why they are the way that they are. You see where their lovely traits come from. Like, it makes you think about the future. This is unfair. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you meet Julia's family, you're like, makes sense.
Now I get it.
I mean, he does say that she wants to meet, but off camera. Again, stop it, because again, how are we following your story? We have to be invested. We have to know, and it's a form of assurance where it's just like, okay, you're letting me into your world, like you mentioned. So I don't know if I believed him at that point, because in Greece we already started coming up with reasons why this is moving too fast. This is moving to whatever. The format of this show has never changed. It's always been the same thing. So these people come in here and I'm just like, shut up. Daria says that it's not ideal for her. And he claims that that's why he was having doubts, because of them, that he knew they were going to feel that way. And I'm like, you knew that and you still signed up for the show. So again, shut up.
Put you through it anyway.
Golly. They decided to show us a shot of Daria applying lip liner, which is hilarious to me, because Daria's lip liner application is aggressive. That woman comes with very lined lips. Let me put it
truly.
that way.
I don't even know makeup, and I'm like, oh, you're making a choice.
Yeah. It is. So I know they put that intentionally, just to see. Look at the process, guys. Look how the sausage is made.
This took 45 minutes.
They meet her family. Is she the one whose dad, all tatted up, was standing at the end of the road?
Yep.
Like he was in the mafia or something.
Yeah.
He's
he was
like,
going to break somebody in half. Yeah.
And Philip is so nervous. So nervous. And if you guys remember last episode, I was telling you, like, Philip is not ugly, but everyone's always like, no. I mean, he has nice eyes. And they do that when he comes in.
They sure do.
And that made me laugh. By hour 2, we already got the first trauma. He's like, oh, I come from a broken home, and then Daria could give me a home. And her parents approve. Her parents were really nice. Like, this is how, it should be. They're just grateful that she's found someone. So I don't know if that's really great. They're just
right. We thought you were never going to find anybody.
But then they leave hand in hand, and that makes her mom emotional. And it's just, her mom is so sweet too. So it was a nice visit. Then we get a shot of Daria jump roping on the balcony.
Yeah.
and saying how she got into the physical because she was feeling a void due to loneliness. And you guys, I have to say this. Like, listen,
Say it.
Daria, at any opportunity, the less clothes she can wear, she's gonna go with it. Okay,
She's naked all the time.
we have seen her in various states of undress there.
Uh-huh.
But I have to say, guys, being able to jump rope without a bra or a sports bra is something I have never thought of in my life.
No, she did the hell out of that.
To
Didn't
do.
even think about it.
So to see that was something.
Yeah. I don't know if it was cold or she was just super excited or what. But
It
that
was very cold.
yeah, something was going on.
No
You can all
doubt in your
see.
mind.
I can draw a picture of him.
Prince, he was out there, but I was
I
just
can see
stuck
the
on the fact.
goosebumps. There's a
I
lot
was just
going
stuck
on.
on the fact that it was not a sports bra, and I was like, you could
Yeah.
easily have just worn a sports bra and done it in a sports bra instead of. Anyways, Daria, do what you got to do.
Showing off.
I was just in awe. That's all. That's I was saying.
I get it.
Philip is a flight attendant for those who do not remember, and he is on his first flight since they got engaged. I'm thinking Philip is doing city to city, domestic flight attendant. Nah, he's in Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm gone.
And I'm like, add that to my list. Don't cast him. Like,
yeah, no. Don't care. We saw this in Maths.
UK.
Was it Christina was her name, I think. The one that was like homeless living in her car when the show first started.
Yeah, but she wasn't working at that time.
No, but I'm saying like flight attendants is not a job that you can have for a show like this. Like you're gonna be gone and stuff. It's not gonna work out.
Yeah, but okay. The only comparison with Christina is like she was around. At least she could film.
She was around,
and she could do stuff. I was thinking about UK. I think she took a vacation too, but that guy was like, I can't date someone that's a flight attendant. I've done that before, and that was an issue. But you have a filming schedule here. You have a partner you have to get to know in how many weeks, and it's not like I'm going down the street or I'm going to Europe. Like the man is exhausted. So later on in the episode, we're going to see how it's going to affect them. But I'm like, don't do it. Again, now she's not going to get the family. Now she's not going to get the quality time. And because we're going to talk about the fitting, he wasn't even there because he had to work.
No,
she's being cheated out of an experience.
She really is. Yeah.
So she says, I don't know. They FaceTime, they talk. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this long term. I'm feeling crazy because as of the honeymoon, last I knew, they weren't getting along. She's like, I don't think this is my person, but we're in Warsaw now and they're great. And I'm confused.
It's as though there's a missing episode that they just didn't show us where a lot of things happen between Greece and Warsaw.
Oh my God. But anyways, they're good. So, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, they're fine now.
All right. We have a meetup. I love when they meet up because it's all mess.
I love it.
Okay.
Just a mess. Just bring in Marie Kondo. It's a mess.
So I like what they do because the couples that actually make it and are still together are the people that get there first. I like that part. So they're there and they're talking and Julia is asking about Kinga. Like, have you guys heard that? Because if you remember, it was Camille that Christoph confided in. So my guess is that he ran and pillow talked with Julia.
He better have. Yeah.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, wait, what happened? I'm like, oh, they don't have group chats. Yep. I guess.
Nobody know.
But then she breaks the news that Christoph cheated. Daria says, like, listen, I want everyone to feel welcome. I'm staying out of it. I'm Switzerland on this. I'm not going to attack Kinga based on this. And Julia's like, well, my concern is Malika. I just want her comfortable. So I'm team Malika is basically, which that made me feel good for Malika. Malika gives off, maybe I haven't had like a group of girlfriends and when she was feeling like an outsider. So, this is nice. Solidarity. Malika walks in and the guys seem surprised that she's alone. And I'm like, Camille, were you really just like...
I told one person.
Camille's like, I don't know why you brought me into this. I don't want to be the person. Right? So that's it. Then Christoph shows up. And again, that man don't care. He's like, I feel good. We weren't a good match. He feels like I did you a favor.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Daria is telling the ladies about their energy levels, how he's always tired, and she's just like, wanting to do things, but he's just tired. I can't imagine. I went to Vegas. That 3 hour time difference did a number on me. Like I couldn't
Hmm.
function. Now going to Tokyo, then filming a show, then getting to know someone, and then you have to go out on dates too.
Yeah, this could work if your partner's a real homebody, but she wants to be
Mm-hmm.
active and she wants to be
Mm-hmm.
out, and this is a recipe for disaster.
Disaster. Like they didn't. Yeah, this is not good. The pod squad comes in. I don't know any of the women that walked in. I don't know if it's a me thing,
Nope,
but I don't know these women
I don't know
that
them.
came in. Um, Malika seems more worried because if you remember, Malika is one of those people who cares what people think from the outside.
Hmm.
So she's worried that she was dragged into her words, the biggest triangle and drama of the season.
Well, I
And that's
mean,
so meta. I don't know if that's breaking
right?
the fourth wall, but she's like, oh
What is the
God.
audience going to think of this?
um Damien is talking to Kristoff and saying that, I'm doing well financially, but Marta is doing better financially. I was like, what a weird way
Yeah.
to phrase it. And,
Yep.
when she says she wants to travel, I can't tell her I don't have money. And if she says, oh, that's fine, I'll buy tickets, why would she do that? It's like cutting off my balls. I'm like, it's just tickets.
Yeah.
Why are men
It's
this
not
way?
like that. I can't explain that.
Oh, Lord.
And really, I mean, and I'll just use us as an example. I don't pay for things when we go out because we have a shared account and she runs our finances. So like if she knows how much is in all the accounts and she pays for like dinner and stuff, it comes from the exact same account, but she manages the money. So it's not like it's we if she bought us plane tickets, it's also me buying us plane tickets. Like it's the same amount of money. So for him to be like, well, I can't let her pay. If you guys are a partnership, I would assume you're sharing your money. Even if it's not like a shared account, you guys make financial decisions together, you would think.
Understood. But you have to remember, Brian, these people are working on, they did not date.
Oh,
They're
I
not
know.
an established, marriage or
Yeah.
relationship. So it's more about the outlook. I
Yeah.
think that's what
What's
I
everyone
would
to think of
focus
me?
on. And it's like, okay, you feel some type of way that you can't buy the tickets. You do two things: work harder so you can get to
Hmm.
the point, or think of it as, okay, we're a partnership. I have to get used to the fact that there may be times where she will buy the tickets, but I'm sure I will do other things. But to go to the
Yeah.
extreme and be like, it feels like cutting off my balls, sir,
That's
please,
insane.
please,
Insane.
please. For Kristoff to be the one to tell him, like, you can't think like that these days. We
Right?
need to be more progressive. And he's
Be an
like, you're
evolved
right.
man.
You're right. Like, we need to work on it. But it's coming from Kristoff. Kristoff is probably like, what are you complaining about? You got someone to take care of
Right?
you.
Exactly.
So MP walks in. As we know, Marta is looking to have a conversation with him. And these were her words, and I quote, "Mm,
Yeah. She
I
saw what she
gotta
liked.
say, he got the riz when he walked in.
Yeah.
When he
Yep.
walked in, I was like, "You go, Mr. Bald Man, Mr.
Chicago, stand
American."
up.
Wait, what's the drink again? Malort.
Malort. Yeah. Oh
And
God, Malort.
so she takes him to the side. They go talk, and Damien is shitting his pants. Like he's trying to sit there. This is not even an edit because they show him just craning his neck, trying to turn
Hmm.
around and trying to look at. No, he's just like, I can't do this anymore. And then he goes around and starts putting pins on people just
Yeah.
to do
He's going through
something.
it. He's having a hard time.
So, anyways, Marta and MP have that conversation, and she's getting emotional, and I'm like, wait, what? What does this
Yeah.
mean? What is happening?
Yep.
And then he's being nice. He's like, oh, I just care about you, no matter what happens. Like you were a light in my world, and he's speaking English, guys. Like I'm
Right.
just, if you can speak Polish, MP, just do it.
Just do that.
And she's like, oh, you're being so nice. And she basically just tells him, like, listen, I'm not changing my mind. I'm going
Yeah.
with Damien, but thank you. Like, I hope I didn't hurt you, and no matter what happens. And I'm like, whew, I thought our
Hmm.
hope was gonna go awry, and we'll be screwed for the season. So
No, she said, I see what you're doing. I can appreciate that you're doing it. It's not going to work though. And he
yeah.
wasn't like, what do you mean? He's like, oh shit. All right. Like I had to shoot my shot.
I mean, good for Marta, because I think that it's a case of your head over your heart.
Mm-hmm.
She had the best connection with MP. She can't deny that. But
Yep.
you're doing your masters and you came all the way to Poland so it'll be free. So you ain't, we are not there financially. We are not
So you're broke, boy.
not here. Like, listen, she got someone that claimed, because Damien used the words in the pod and said, I'm in the right stage of life. I'm ready. And now he's complaining that she makes more money. How does that work with
Yeah,
MP?
I don't
And the
know.
unsaid thing is, MP, you're more than likely going back to the USA.
Yeah,
Contrary
in all
to
likelihood.
popular belief and 90 Day Fiance, maybe not everybody wants to come to the USA, you know?
Right.
So there's that. Um, One of the girls who I don't know, the pod squad that walked in, she was just here to be a bone collector because she was
Mm-hmm.
spreading all of the news. She mentions that, oh, Julita, I'm so happy you found someone. I wanted you to meet someone to bring you out of your shell. You have a shell. And Julita just goes out like, yeah, we have our issues. Like, he has ADHD. It can be a challenge. And now I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, you are very open. You have ADHD. Was
Yeah.
that wrong that she just shared it so casually? Or is it his to share? Because I was taken aback, like, unless he told everyone, why are we just
Mm.
medical information just saying that?
I it wouldn't bother me at all.
I know
But
that. That's
I
why I was
could,
like,
yeah,
take yourself out.
yeah. I can only speak for myself,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
true.
to me, it's such a common thing that so many people have.
Yeah.
And it just kind of it can be shorthand to inform so much about your interactions. It's
Mm.
like, it's just it's a blanket that can cover so many different things without having to go into each issue that you're having. It's like, well, he's got ADHD, you know how that is. And just kind of, cover shit. It wouldn't bother me. Also, we don't know how many people he told in the pods because we
Yeah.
saw him tell her. I'm wondering if that was something he brought up really early with
Yeah.
her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he told a lot of people this just as a way of, if this is going to be an issue for you, we're not going to work out, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, but it wouldn't upset me.
Honestly, from what we know of Jacek, I don't think he would care. But it was
I don't think
just,
so.
I don't know, I was really just taken aback by it because I just feel like, I guess I'm used to the US where
Mm-hmm.
there's medical stuff and it's like, oh, it's not your story to share, even if, but
Yeah.
yeah. Um, he's sharing with the guys. He doesn't say my ADHD causes problems. He he's just talking about the fact that she doesn't communicate and she doesn't share, and it's hard for him to read her. And that's when I
Mm-hmm.
remembered that she had a spat with Damien in the pods when they
Yep.
talked about it, and he was like, tell me how you walk through going through that in your life. And she's like, how dare you tell me that I'm not feeling anything and I need to say
Yeah.
more. And she walks away, and I'm like, oh yeah, she needs to address this, because the thing about
Yeah.
traumas and things that stay buried, they will come up in ways you don't expect and in times you do not want it to, at the wrongest time.
Very
So
much. Yeah.
yeah. So I think I forgot about that, but then I remembered. Camille says that he accepts Julia as she is, but she doesn't do the same. And it could be a case of maturity. And I'm yelling at the TV. Talk to one another, guys. I just,
Have a conversation.
my God. If
Yeah.
you're scared of your partner, that's also a bad symptom. But he's
Yes.
telling all these people and he's so comfortable. And Julia has clocked, yes, she has her issues, but she has clocked that he's different around the people, but not the same with her. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're comfortable telling all these people, why wouldn't you just tell your partner that you claim to love? So
Yeah. No. Have a conversation.
he starts talking to unknown pod squad girl. She's very popular tonight. And Julia is spazzing. He's basically talking about how he likes older people. They give him words of wisdom and all the things. It was a backhanded compliment because I think she was older. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Okay.
Right.
But Julia
Shade.
is spazzing because I'm like, what do you think is happening? It's in public. What, like,
Yeah.
why are you even, like, sometimes sit and regulate? What is it with unregulated people? Well, that's why they're cast on reality TV,
Yeah.
right?
That's why they're good for reality TV, because you can just be insane. Drop of a hat.
Like, we said it from the very beginning when he was like, nobody put Julia's name. That's my Julia. Because everybody else was like, that girl is a little cuckoo. And he's just like, I
Yep.
love Julia. And he just seems smitten by her. And I'm like, he loves you. You're the one creating things like I'm not good enough. I'm not that for him. So what is happening? He tells
Yeah.
himself like, okay, let me go kiss her, and before she feels some type of way, and he goes to kiss her, and she moves away and starts being
Oh,
bratty.
so fucking childish. This is so childish.
And then he says it finally. He's like, be mature, like, get some emotional maturity. And she's like, yeah, heard. And then she starts yelling. Like everyone's like,
Yep.
like it's
Yeah.
never good when you're the couple who argues in public.
You never want to be that.
Mm.
Hold it together until the second you guys get in the car. But like you don't want to be this couple.
Mm-hmm. Christoph is just
Yeah.
walking. He's avoiding Malika, first of all. And Malika
Yeah.
has her issues. But I'm tired of Christoph telling everybody, like, if she opened up in Greece, we wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take responsibility
This is
for
all
what you
her
did.
fault.
If someone makes you feel bad, you communicate or you remove yourself from the situation. You don't go find somebody else to make you feel
Mm-hmm.
better, which in itself is gross, but that's
Yep.
besides the point. Camille goes to talk to Malika. I think he had a little bit, a few drinks in his system, and
Seemed like
he's
it.
just your problem is your communication. It's just like, I don't think so. I communicate very well. And he's like, maybe you're too honest. And I'm like, what is happening?
He's like, do you though? Do you?
So that happens. And then Kinga comes in. And I don't think we had enough time with Kinga because she comes in a white dress and that girl is a stunner.
Yeah.
I gotta give it
I
to
mean,
her.
booty too little, but she's very pretty.
We find out that Christoph told Kinga that he was in love with her.
Yep.
Something is wrong with this man. I don't think he's I passed the psyche val, but something is wrong with this man.
Yeah.
She tells Malika, she goes to Malika, she said she was very stressed and she doesn't know how she's gonna handle this, but she does show up. She tells Malika, if you want to talk, and Malika's like, honestly, no, thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Don't want to do that.
Christoph is like, I promised Malika that I'm not gonna talk to her. So when he walks by Kinga, he's just like, hi. And I'm wondering, when was this promise made? When you guys said you were going to make it work, right? Like, surely it wasn't
Yeah.
now.
Not after y'all broke up. So.
Unknown Pod Squad girl does her bone carrying and says, oh, do you know what happened when Kinga and Kristoff? She was like, yeah, they kissed and they flirted, they exchanged numbers. And she's like, oh no, I don't know if I should say it, but
I've
I
said
think
too
you
much.
should know the. Yes. Have I said too much? But I think you should know. And then Malika's like, yeah, just tell me. She's like, who'd you hear from? She's like, from the source. They're not saying her
Mm-hmm.
name. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was more than kissing.
Now listen, you didn't hear this from me, but he put her through the mattress. It's just like, what are you doing?
So Malika now is like, oh, now I got to find out. I'm going to go up to talk. So they're
Mm-hmm.
talking on the seat. I got to tell you guys too, Malika looked great. She wore a red dress, she had
Yeah.
her makeup, her
Yep.
signature eyeshadow, and she looked good. And they're sitting there, and she's like, I read your messages. And in the messages, it said like you made love. But, I'm reading the captions, you're listening to the dubbed
Yeah.
version. So we forget that, guys, Malika is from Kazakhstan. So I guess her
Uh-huh.
Polish is not like 100% fluent, is enough to
Yeah.
just get by. Oh, I think I saw people say like, she has an accent. Like you can tell like some of her pronunciations are not like 100%. I would love to know MP's Polish. Guys, how is MP's
Yeah.
Polish? Because he switches to English so much, but when he does speak Polish, is it lilted or is it like pretty damn good? Like percentage wise, what would you give his Polish?
I'm also curious because I want to know if he speaks with a Chicago accent in Polish because his accent's not heavy. He doesn't sound like, there's a very heavy Chicago accent. He doesn't have one that's that bad, but I'm wondering if it's accented in his Polish or not.
Yeah. I mean, it's enough for him to go to school in. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, so, yes. So she's trying to figure out if it actually meant make love because what the man who's
He just
insane
lied to her.
lied to her and just like, oh, I have love for you because she said it could either mean they had sex or it was just like, oh, I have love for you or something like that.
It's like, you make me feel good when you're
You make
around or
me
something like that. It's like, what?
um honestly, Kinga doesn't say much. She's just making
No.
faces to respond. She's like,
Yep. The
no,
other one.
yeah. So Malika's the one that's actually putting it in words. So she's like, okay, so
Uh-huh.
you had, I'm guessing that it was the make love part. And she nods and she goes, yes, they had
Mm-hmm.
sex. You guys, Malika's first question, was it safe? That's what the caption said, but it was like, did you
Yup.
use a condom? That's
Use
basically what it
protection.
was.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or not. What did the dubbing say? What did the actor say?
I think it was, did you use protection or were you protected? Something like that.
Oh, okay. My caption said, was it safe? I was like, why didn't you just say, did you use a condom? Because I didn't.
Right. Because wasn't safe could be like, were you on a speeding train? Were you on a rooftop?
Did you lock the doors in the
Right?
neighborhood?
Were you in
But
a
yes,
bathtub with a toaster nearby? Like, how dangerous was this for y'all?
Kinga is like, yeah, not giving details, which makes me
Yeah.
think,
It was not. It was
ah,
not. Very
my
easy to
God.
say, of course it was, if it was.
Oof. But I tell you
Yeah.
though, it's valid because I think part of it is like Malika and Kristoff did have sex.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, don't put me in danger because you're reckless.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
It's awful.
And
Diabolical.
I don't blame her. After that happens, she's like, there's nothing else to say. And she walks away. She
Yeah.
doesn't say goodbye to anyone. She just goes
Nope.
home and the cameras follow her because we see her in her apartment, taking off her shoes, taking off her everything. And I'm like, guys, let her live in
Let
this
her go
moment.
through it,
Give her
please.
space, please. This is a
Yeah.
lot. This is a lot. And it's on TV because she
Mm-hmm.
already feels like humiliated. She already feels like overwhelmed. And now it's like, and I don't know if she feels that way, but there's been a lot of talk in the season so far of, oh, I'm not the typical Polish girl. I'm not. And then Kinga seems to be the typical Polish girl. And we all know
Yeah.
how there's a lot of emphasis on being blonde, whether it's like Love is Blind or anything. They said
Mm-hmm.
blonde, blue eyes. It just seems to be the peak or apex for beauty standards there. So I
Yeah.
don't know if
Can't
that adds
sympathize, but all right.
anything, but
Can't
but
relate.
there's that. Here is my armchair diagnosis of this. Remember that Kristoff and Kinga broke up because he thought that she was too friendly.
Yep.
And it reminded him of his ex, who was it emotional cheating or whatever the heck it was. And
Yeah.
this small man was like, I'm not doing this again. Let me go to a woman that nobody likes because then I'm safe.
Right.
Men are usually attracted to big spirited people. They don't want to bask in the fullness of that big spirit. Instead, they want to cage the
Mm-hmm.
spirit. He wanted to prove to himself that I could still bag Kinga. I could bag
Yep.
Malika. I could bag Kinga. And then when he did, let's introduce the Madonna whore complex.
There
In
it is.
his mind, he's like, if she can do this, knowing that I'm engaged, she can
Mm-hmm.
cheat on me. This is
Yep.
my fear realized, and this is the pattern of the same woman that cheated on me. This man is not over that, but came here to get married, but that's
No.
a whole other conversation because men will go to wars first before actually going to therapy and treating yourself and getting
Mm-hmm.
over that relationship. Instead, you're out here inflicting more traumas onto more people because you are not healed.
Yeah.
But I
No, I
digress.
think that's certainly part of it. I think right along with that, he could be saying, what do you mean you got in bed with me on our first date? Like, ugh, I don't want that. Like, it's
of that.
all that together.
Yeah, all of that. And then once that happened, he's like, yeah, I don't want that. And then he
Yep.
lost interest and he's like, yeah, let me go back to the safe person. Like, the one thing we can guarantee, if for nothing else, then Malika is going to be like, ew, this is gross. She's not going to cheat on me or have sex
Yep.
with two people at the same time.
Ain't gonna happen.
All that to say that Kristoff is disgusting. Mhm.
Yeah, he's gross.
Yeah. Kinga is crying. Kinga is crying because I don't know what it is about Kristoff, but she is mad about the whole situation because she's
Mhm.
mad because she had feelings for him and he chose someone else. Guys, note, she's not mad that she slept with a taken man. She does not regret sleeping with this man. That is
I don't give a shit
not.
about that.
Nope. She's mad that she had feelings for him and instead of sailing away into the sunset, Tale as old as time. Married men never leave their wives. I don't know what you're
Mm-mm.
thinking or what you're doing, but again, it's that thing.
Mm-mm.
I'm blonde, I'm this, so I should be enough. Like that's all it
Yep.
takes. And I slept with you. So what else do you want? But
Exactly.
she's mad at that. But I hope she's also learned from the situation because at the end of the day, I mean, I didn't give her enough gripe mostly because she wasn't on camera. But at the end of the day, she slept with someone who was engaged, and that was completely awful. And
Yeah. Slept with someone who
immediately,
was engaged. She knew he was engaged, and she knew
yeah,
his fiance.
yes, immediately you should
Yeah.
have apologized. And the thing is, neither of them seem apologetic. Honestly, she
No.
wasn't even like, she said, if you want us to talk, I don't know. And then she started with, I was thinking about you the whole time. Girl, what? Okay.
Gross.
D-
Gross and weird.
yeah. What do I do about it? And if you were thinking about me, you would stop.
Uh huh.
I just, I don't know. That was just terrible.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
there's that.
awful.
I hope she's helped. I know they're going to bring her out in the reunion. So we'll see. It would be
Hmm.
crazy if she says, I'm dating Christoph now. That would,
I can't imagine.
stranger things have happened, Brian.
Truly. Yeah, that's right.
Stranger things have happened. All right, let's wrap things up with the post meetup and how the couples were doing. Mata and Damien talk about her conversation with MP, and he's like, listen, I understand. I know you're not indifferent towards him. I know like there were feelings there. And she's like, yeah, there were, but I shared with him and I told him, like, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm going to be with you. They say, I love you to each other. And it was such a sweet moment. And then Damien opens his mouth and was like, so do you think MP's is bigger?
My God, man. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? But
I
I mean,
just,
just honest to God, lucky for him because she laughs it off. She's not bothered by how he is. That would bother, I think, every woman that I know.
I think she is bothered. And I think if he keeps pushing his luck, it's going to get to a point where she's like, okay, is this something I
Yeah.
should be worried about?
Yeah.
Because,
This is going to get old eventually.
yeah, it's 80-20. So maybe it's
Hmm.
like compromise. If he doesn't drink when we go out, then I'll keep up with the jokes. So one or the other.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to be
Right.
100%, but we'll see.
Give me something.
They do have a sweet moment because it's the third year anniversary of her mom's death, and she goes to a certain
Yeah.
place every year and she releases a balloon in her honor. This year she took him, and it was a really sweet moment. He really just held her. And sometimes you don't need words, you just want to be held. And that's exactly what he did. So
Hmm.
yeah. Julia and Camille. Julia is complaining that he's too serious for her. She's complaining to Daria that they're working out. He's too serious for her. She can't read him. And Daria is like, well, it must be hard for him too. Like, if you like him, you need to fight more for him. And then she also tells him, like, you need to not attack him. Like, talk to him
Yeah.
instead of attacking him. I'm like, come on, Daria. Your husband's not
Right.
around. You got all this time to give good advice to people. And she's like, you're right. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm going to take that into, under advisement. She goes to the apartment. She goes to talk to him. She's not even looking him in the eye at first. And then she does. And then she apologizes for the way that she talks to him. And then she's like, do you have anything to say to me? He's like, what? And then she's like,
What
are
you
you
mean?
going to say yes at the altar? And he's like, yes,
Whew.
I guess.
Wild.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna ask you your predictions at the end, but I cannot place Camille. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
No.
know the doubts are there. I just don't know how much is the edit being ramped up or him just being like, I love her crazy ass. I'll go ahead with it because none of these
So
men
yeah,
seem to be bold enough to voice their opinions.
truly.
Okay. So they go to Norway. He has such a nice apartment. Now I want to live in
Yeah.
Norway.
Nice apartment in a beautiful location. Like
Yes.
that is, everywhere you look is breathtaking.
Yes. I was like, okay. Do they speak English
Yeah.
there? I want to go. I want to live there. The air looks so
Hell, in a
clean.
fjord real quick.
So immediately Julia is like, yeah, my city's livelier. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not going to move here. And then he's disappointed. Does he say anything? Of course not.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
Not to her, to us, but not to her.
They meet his family. They're very nice. They ask if a
Mhm.
wedding is going to happen. They look at each other. There's some awkward thing. Why are you looking at me? Yes, they will. I'm like, okay, I don't know what is happening here. He
Right.
says she has to move to Norway. I think she deflects because his niece comes in, she carries the baby, and then we
Yep.
have all of the baby talk. And I'm like, so are you moving or are you not? I think that's going to be their big thing. And I think it's just unfair. Like, don't say what you can to go to the next step in the pods. He was
Hmm.
very upfront about it. Like, I need
Yeah.
someone that's going to move to Norway.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Mm.
his sister tells him that he deserves happiness. But then she said, "This is so sad." So I'm like, okay, is this the translation again? Because I don't
He deserves
know.
happiness, but you're not going to give it to him, so he ain't gonna find
she
it here.
she says like she's nervous that they're gonna say no. She doesn't think he's gonna say no. She's like, regardless of what happens, he always gives his all. But what if they say no? Like, I don't think he's gonna recover from it. I'm like, but
Hmm.
also don't say yes just to say yes. Like,
Right.
really
Don't do
think
that.
through it. I don't know about you, Brian, but the light seems to be dimming in Camille's eyes to me.
I think he's wearing down. I think that the issues that we saw with her in the pods are still ever present in their life, and he's just like, boy, this is. Am I really going to do this for the rest of my life?
She is exhausting,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
and not for nothing, he has also been thinking, and my in laws, because that's not that's not going to make it any better.
Yeah, they're not welcome. Um, Everyone says the same thing, that it's moving so fast, but either way, his family was much more welcome than her
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
She says that she felt accepted. I was like, what do you know? That's
Hmm.
how you should feel. She says if everything goes as it should, she's open to moving here. Whiplash. I don't know. I
Right. Right.
Okay.
Surprise.
Her family will never allow her to move.
No. Ain't no way.
So I don't know. Philip and Daria, like I said, Daria is committed to being in a state of undress. I think she's in a t-shirt. Like, we are lucky. She said, you know what, I'll wear underwear this time under my shirt.
Right.
And they're talking about his work. And again, I'm just like, this man is exhausted. Like, he's
Hmm.
like, I don't even know what time of day it is. Like, jet lag is crazy. But she's like, I want you to do more. You need to appreciate me more. You need to take me out. You need to do things. And she's like, get dressed. We're going out. And he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's 3 p.m.
sure.
already. What do you mean it's 3 p.m. already? That's not time to go out. That's time between things you do.
It's
3 p.m. is not
nap
like it's late.
time.
We gotta go. Yeah.
It's nap time. And then as they're walking out, she's like, are you okay? I'm like,
No, I'm not. You know I'm not.
she's like, I feel like there's tension.
Yeah, there's this weird tension that's here right now. And it's like, the man was actively trying to sleep. And you said, put these slacks on. Like, yeah, he's not feeling good.
Oh my God. And then she says, I don't know. It looks like we approach life differently. I don't know what about that triggered him. He loses it.
He lost his shit.
He loses it. He's like, I don't know what you mean. We approach life differently. I get it. I can see it. I'm in poor physical shape. I know it. I know I fucked up. I know I'm not good enough. Daria's like, I, I, I
I didn't say none
didn't
of
say
that.
any of that.
That's not what I said. Oh
It
my
was so
God.
funny, but I was like,
This man snapped.
to think. I'm trying to keep up. And these people are just giving me whiplash because I'm like, wait, did she really say that? Did I miss something?
No, this is all of his own insecurities came flooding out.
Oh my God. He was like, I've heard it before from other partners. And she's like,
Yep.
hello, Daria here. Not
He's
other
like, here we
partners.
go again.
Okay, it wasn't funny, guys, but it was.
It was kind of funny.
Okay, he came back down to earth and then he apologizes and then they hug and they kiss and I'm like, okay, that was fun,
Yeah.
I guess.
Insane.
Yasek and Julita, they go to his apartment. Again, she seems bored, uninterested. She doesn't care. Like, okay, yay, you have a place to live. And he's frustrated that he has to guess her emotions. She's like, things have changed. Like, you need to spend more time with me. I'm like, oh my God, this show is going to kill me. They're not spending time together. This is the
No.
first time we are hearing about this. I
Yeah.
thought Daria and Philip were going through that because he was traveling. But apparently, Yasek is ghosting her.
Well, no, because we had a brief mention where she was like, "Well, I'm a school teacher. I have to get up at like 3 in the morning or whatever." And he's like, "Well, I
Mm-hmm.
get off work at 9 o'clock at night. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
ships passing in the night." But it didn't come up after that, so I had assumed they figured something out, but I guess
Yeah.
not.
But now it feels like an intentional, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go because at the meetup, they were like, "Oh, come sit down." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna hang with the boys. Thanks.
yeah,
Bye." So he feels
yeah.
like
No, it,
he's
it
like,
does seem like
"Oh,
there's a
yeah,
not a structural thing, but choices are being made here.
yeah." Like, "Oh, I'm just gonna meet up with this person at the bar and I'm here,
Yeah,
I'm home, like come hang out with me." So she's like, "I miss you." She has no idea what happened. Oh, she misses him. She's telling us, and she has no idea what happened. So as they're walking out because they're picking up things, from his apartment, she sees like his large bathtub. It is impressive, I gotta say. And she's like, "Oh wow, this is nice." And he makes a comment, and he's like, "Yeah, it's large enough for me." And she looks at him, and I don't even think he caught it. You didn't say
yeah.
us.
No, but and she specifically brought up it's like the one that we had in Greece, and they had
Mm-hmm.
that scene where they were in the bathtub all snuggled up
Mm-hmm.
in Greece. Easy opening for him to be like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we could both fit in that tub. Really come to, yeah, no, my big ass can be, and I'm not sure where you're gonna be, but like, I enjoy that tub.
So they sit on the dining table. He sits like it's a little table, but he still sits on the opposite end of it.
Yep.
She's like, "Yeah, don't sit near me at all."
Yeah, yeah,
He's
sit
like,
further away,
"Okay."
why don't you?
Then he goes closer. Then she brings it up, like, "Hey, it feels like we're drifting apart." And he's like, he asked a question or something, and she's like, "Ugh, I don't like this general questions. We're not in therapy." I'm like, "Oh
Yep.
God."
Yep.
And then he says, "We need to communicate." And she's like, "Well, we need to spend time together." And then she's like, "You come home, you don't look at me, you don't even notice me." And he's like, "Well,
Yeah.
you don't let me talk. I just want you to accept me." She's like, "I'm trying my best." And he's like, "Yeah, except talking to me. So what's your best?" And he's
Oh
like,
my
"I'm not
god.
going to take it on the chin again." I'm like, "Take what?" I like
This dude lost it.
everyone is projecting so hard. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
are they looking at people and seeing other people? They're not seeing the person that's sitting in front of them.
No. No, I can't make any sense of this because at one point, and she's very calm for this whole
Hmm.
conversation.
I
At
think
one
that's
point,
what's
he
making him
stands up and
madder.
like roars or something. She's like, ah! She's like, stop doing that. Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, at least it's not a wooz, but
Right. You know, it's one or the other.
I don't know what he wouldn't take on the chin again. I just need people to treat their present day problems, not what
Mm-hmm.
happened in the past. She
Exactly.
says, "Fine, we're just gonna go to bed tense again." And he says they need tools. And she's just like, "I just want the fire back." The bright side is she never seems to be interested in anything, but she seems interested in making this work
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
wants to spark.
She does seem like she wants this to work and is willing to do something to make it work. I don't know why she feels that way because she never ever like mentions anything about it, but she does say the right things when it comes to this topic alone.
Yeah, but what is the thing that she wants to do to make things better?
I don't know.
She's talking about it, but I don't know what the things are. Okay, so they have another talk yet again where Jacek talks about communication. Guys, if you play a drinking game where Jacek take a shot every time he says communication, just forget it. Just check yourself
Yeah.
in the ER and just stay there.
Congratulations, your cirrhosis of the liver. Like it's over for you.
The solution to their tension is they decide to act like they're in the pods again. They
Yeah.
sit on opposite sides of the door and then they start talking. "I don't know about you, Brian. Maybe I am a shithead. I don't know if we're supposed to be cute." It was very annoying. It is not realistic. We are not
Yeah.
going to hide behind doors. We're not
No.
going to pretend like we're in the pods again. This is real life shit. If you are going to be together, put on your big girl panties
Mm-hmm.
and man up, woman up, talk to each other face to face. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I was annoyed by it, and I was more annoyed that it worked. Because by the end of it, they're all smiles, they're happy, and it's just like my thing was at the end, he was like, all right, I'll see you soon or whatever. Like, you're gonna go out of this closet, she's gonna be right there. You're gonna see her in 1 minute. What do you I mean, then what do you guys do then? Like, it's nice that you had this moment. You had the whole rest of the night together. So what's that gonna look like? We don't know. But I this seems like a band-aid on a bullet wound.
I don't know that it worked, Brian. I mean, it's like a feel good. You drink alcohol, you
Right.
feel nice, and then you get a hangover the next day. They have to deal with
Yeah,
each other. We're
it's
not
true.
always like every time. Okay, hold on, let me get behind the door.
Right.
What is that?
We are out in public. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so episode 8 rounds up with the wedding dress and tux shopping. It snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting it, I'm not gonna lie, but they
I
did.
wasn't expecting it. I never need it. I never. You're gonna show up in whatever you're wearing. The only part about this that mattered to me was watching Julia. But like the rest of them, just like you're gonna pick out a suit, fine. You're gonna pick out a dress. I'm sure it's gonna look good. Like I don't need to see the fittings and the options and your friends coming. I just don't need it.
Yeah. Like Brian said, Julia comes in sulking. We see her walking. They
Yeah.
purposely shows us the shot from the road. She's sulking because her mom is not there. But we are not told why her mom is not there. This show is driving me
No.
nuts.
Nope. And also, I was distracted by the fact that this wedding dress shop appears to be in like Parliament or the Supreme Court. Humongous like columns in front. This is like you're in a historical building that has a dress shop inside of it. Apparently,
Well, I wondered if her mom wasn't there because she doesn't support the wedding or if she really had something to do. But again, we're not told, so we're not
right?
going to know. But perspective for Julia, because then we have Marta who's there. It is the anniversary of
Mm-hmm.
her mom's death. And it's like she can never have her mom either. And
Yeah.
she's, making it work. But Marta is here with her friend and Damien's twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
If these two are not saying yes, then,
Right. We should all just give up.
why are we here? She's here with
Cancel the
his
show.
sister.
It's
Like,
over.
that's it.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out. The wedding dress stylist with her fabulous yellow pantsuit that looked so
Mhm.
great. And she was just seemed so effortlessly cool. Just
She
a
seems
shout out
very
to
cool.
her. Yeah.
Bunch
Just a
of
shout out to her.
tattoos. She seems really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, they all come out in their dresses. Daria's dress was okay. Julita points out that the wedding day is on the day that her ex ended his life, which is July 16. And I had two
Yep.
thoughts. We have a timestamp for the reunion.
We
So
do.
when the
That's
reunion
true.
comes out, it's almost a year, but it's not a year.
Yep.
For once, we don't have to wait for them to say it. But also, I thought, would you get married on that date, or would you
I
want to
would
give a
not.
fresh new memory on that day?
To me, I would just feel like it's a cursed date. And like this is what do they say in Indian matchmaking? Like an inauspicious date to
Hmm.
get married. It's like this feels like a bad idea.
Why would the producers do that?
I don't know.
just-
Why would they do that? Why would they put the dress fitting on the day of Marta's mom's death? Like we can move it by one day, I'm sure.
I didn't like that.
No.
I don't know. But to be fair, maybe it's all being planned out way before we got the matches. But they had to have known
That's
that in
true.
the applications, though. But I don't know.
I don't know.
There was something about that I didn't like. The wedding day, it's just like, come on. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. But also I thought as a random, is Julita that closed off that she had no friends to bring? She brought her niece.
That's a point. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, she had no friends there, just her niece who was obligated to be there.
Yeah, so Julita is overcome with emotion, and her dress is actually what I thought I would see on Daria, not her. There's a lot of leg, there's a lot of, skin
Her
showing.
whole
so-
butt is out. Like when she turned to the side, because that
Yeah.
slit goes to like her hip,
Yeah.
and she turned to the side, and I don't know if it's got like a bodysuit sort of built into it,
Under-
or whatever,
yeah.
but you see like the whole side of her rump is just out in this thing.
It looks like the dress Daria wore in her reveal.
Yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
why I thought that would be something she would choose.
it looked good on
another-
her, but I'm just like, oh, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah. Another aside, like I noticed that Julita is wearing like a red string. You remember those Kabbalah days?
Mhm,
And everybody
mhm.
was wearing the red
I
string.
remember that. Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. Marta looked like a cake topper, but it looks pretty. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
Julia looks great. They all gush, and then the friend is mean mugging, and I'm like, what is happening
Right.
now? And her friend is like, it looks great, but the back doesn't suit you. This is a friend that comes in, and I was like, were you not expecting her? Because Julia's like, oh my god, you're
Yeah.
here.
Oh, you're here. Well, and I was waiting for the friend to be like, I'm just playing. It looks great. She's like, no, I'm dead serious. The back is fucked up. I was like, oh my God.
I was like, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
then Julia's like, okay, let me call my mom. She's too attached to her mom. I don't know what this is,
Mm-hmm.
but she calls her mom. Her mom is not about that. Her mom is
Nope.
all, look at me. Look what
Look at
I'm
my tan.
doing. Look at what I'm saying. And look at, and I'm like, okay, is she hamming it up for the cameras? Because everyone looked uncomfortable.
They all looked really uncomfortable during this.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I don't know why her mom is trying to sabotage her. Like there's something deeper going
Something
on,
going
and
on.
it's like, is she in cahoots with the best friend? Because why is the best
Yeah.
friend like the best friend could have said, "Oh, it's nice, but I don't really think it's you." But she's just like, "The back doesn't suit you. The back."
Yeah. Well, and even read your friend's emotion where it's like, oh, I don't think it suits you, or not. What you would say is basically what Marta said. This is not the dress that I would have picked out for you, but it looks
Hmm.
great on you and you look great in it. And you
Yeah.
say something like that instead of like, that back, you're going to regret this dress, you know. It's just like, what are you doing?
I mean, that's pretty much it. The boys do what they do. Like I said earlier, Philip didn't make it because he's at work. Yasek
Yep.
said he wanted a leopard print. Damien wanted a clown bow tie. Yasel eventually looks Yasek looks great in his suit, but it
Mm-hmm.
was reversible. Damien looks great too, but he's like, I feel weird. It's a lot of money. I didn't spend too much. Weddings are lavish. I'm like, please get out of here with your poverty mentality. Just enjoy
Yeah.
something for
You're
once.
not paying for this. Netflix is
Yeah.
covering the cost of this tux. You're fine.
Yeah. Camille looked very serious, and I really hope they tailor it to him. So,
Mm-hmm.
my final thought is that I want to add that the male host, I'm not going to attempt their names, so no one tells me like I butchered it again. The male host is very good looking. He's a good looking man, but
Mm-hmm.
him and his wife, they are not charismatic at all. The
No.
host was so monotone. Well, you brought your friend. How do you feel about this? Like Nick Lachey
Yeah.
is stiff, but at least he tries. This was not it.
He thinks he has charisma at
Yeah,
least. And
he
so
does.
he behaves like a man that has charisma.
Yeah. So yeah. So that was it. That was it for episode 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10 coming. And then they'll probably announce the reunion date, which I guess would be like a Sunday or something like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. But before we wrap up, Brian, what are your predictions? Let us start with Marta and Damien.
They're gonna say yes. They're both gonna say yes, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's pregnant by the reunion. Like they
Oh
seem like they're in
lordy
a really
lord.
great spot.
Oh lordy lord. Guys, we
Mm-hmm.
are a no spoiler podcast. So if you know
Yeah,
what's
I don't want to
happening,
hear
because
shit.
I read somewhere that I don't know if it's true that they were dropping all episodes at the same time, and I don't know if that's in Poland or different, but if you
Oh, I
know,
wonder.
don't let
Hmm.
me know. I haven't seen any spoilers or anything. Okay,
Yeah.
Julia and Camille.
Fuck. I think she's gonna say no, and he's gonna say yes. Yeah.
Philip and Daria.
I think he's gonna say yes, and she's gonna say no.
I agree with that. I think she's gonna
Yeah.
say no. She's just like, I love you, but this schedule,
I,
I
you're
can't.
never gonna be around. I
Yeah. Jacek and Yulita.
think two no's here is what should happen. If it's not that, I'm not sure what y'all are doing.
I feel like Jacek is gonna say no and she'll say yes.
God, imagine her saying yes. I mean, she might, but boy, she doesn't look happy.
In front of my son, and I trusted you, and you broke my heart and
Yeah.
embarrassed me. But yeah. Okay. That's it. It's a long one, guys, but gotta get all the stuff that we could. Before we leave, Brian, can you share with people where they can find you?
Yep. I host Maps Virgin. We are just starting the Boston season. Our first episode of Boston just dropped yesterday. I forgot that Chris and Alyssa were on that season. So when Alyssa popped up, I had a jump scare. I said, oh shit, because I totally forgot she was part of that cast. So yeah, we are covering that. If you want to follow us on Instagram and Threads, it is at Maps Virgin, and then our Facebook group is the Maps Virgin Fan Club. I was trying to rally a mob to go and get Danny Bucco because this guy is the devil on the valley. Like, fuck this guy. He needs to be physically assaulted. There, I said it. So yeah, we have just
Brian,
general reality TV talk in the Facebook group.
we do not say that.
For
We
legal purposes,
do
I don't want
not.
him to get hit.
We no.
Personally, hope he gets hit.
All right, guys, you know where to find me at AltoCall MAFS. You can find me on all of the socials: Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky. And I live tweet, well, live thread when I'm watching shows on Threads. And for what it's worth, there's a YouTube channel. I hear that they are translating to whatever language that you want it to be. I don't know how true
Oh,
that is, but you can let me
wow.
know if that works. And hopefully the translation is right and they're not making me say crazy stuff. Over there, but you can check that out. Please give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and stay subscribed so you don't miss out on any new episodes. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.